Welcome to another episode of Treasure Corals. In today's video, we're going to get a quick update on my Waterbox 340.7 Reef LX system, and I'll show you some of the changes, some of the things that I'm not too happy about, things that I need to change, things I need to focus. So let's dive right in. Okay, so first of all, we have a new addition. You see this little guy? This is, might be my last copper band. I don't think I'm gonna get any more of those guys. So I've picked it up from the store. He was eating, although not voraciously. So if I were to have learned one thing is, if you're getting a copper band, get one that is eating voraciously, not just eats brine shrimp, but like really goes after it and devours it. It's a beautiful fish. I've introduced it into my quarantine system, and it's been there for, I want to say, 2-3 weeks easy, and I have been feeding him anything I could find. So there were mysis shrimp, brine shrimp, there were different types of brine shrimp, so omega enriched and the spirulina enriched, and I even tried the mussels and pretty much anything under the sun. So I've done a whole bunch of different things, and it would refuse everything. So it would need, it would pick a little bit on brine in the beginning, but then it kind of stopped and just kind of refused taking anything out of the water column. So that was an issue. I didn't know what to do, but eventually I decided to just throw it into this massive tank. The tank is what now, about 3 months old, and I think it's because I've reused all the rock from previous tanks. I think there's a fair bit of feather dusters and other creatures on it, so hopefully it's gonna be okay. But like I said, this is probably going to be the last one, and the only exception to this will be if I were to get a copper brand from somebody else, the one that is eating well, and so be it. So that's the first fish. Actually, if you think about it, almost every single edition of fish here that I've done recently has been a bit of a hit and miss. So let's start with the second hit and miss. And that is, let's see where we can find him. This guy over there. This is the clown tang. So again, he was eating, and he still likes his brine shrimp. Let me see if the camera is going to focus on him. He's too far. But the brine shrimp he still eats, and he eats it quite well. But it's the first tang I've ever had that refuses any other food. So when I throw in the pellets, when I throw in nori, all other fish go in voraciously, but this guy just would not have any of it. So he is also kind of a bit of a loner. He is always out in the corner or on the other side of the tank, whatever it is. He's not skittish, but he just doesn't want to hang with the group. Now I've had him for, I want to say, also 3-4 weeks now. I think the belly is still fairly fat. Maybe he's picking at the rocks, I'm not sure, but in any case, this is what's happening with my clown. So again, note to self, this is where things are at, and maybe at some point I'm going to have to do something about this guy. So he's all right. So that's kind of the second hit and miss. Okay, what else? I did introduce a few other fish. Now this guy I do like, and he has not been hit and miss. I've had a lawnmower blennies before, but this guy is awesome. He is a welcome addition to this tank, and I'm very happy to see it. Maybe we should change the lighting. Let's take a look at it under more of a daylight. That's more like it. So you can see he is sitting. He's always like on a perch of some sort. He's perching up on one of the rocks. He's nice and fat, and yeah, he's a very welcome addition when it comes to fish. So 3 fish, the lawnmower, this copper band right over here, and you can see there's something on his tail over there. Yeah, he's not that great. Do I have ick? Well, the rest of the fish seem to be okay, and I've had this fish for a while. Now, I don't, when I quarantine my fish, I just have a separate tank and I put a fish there for a few weeks, and then I introduce into the main tank. I have had many tries before of eradicating ick, and at some point I just completely gave up. And just as long as there's no aggression, as long as everybody's being fed, I found that there's really, this is not the one that I would be concerned about. Okay, another fish that I'm really happy with is the diamond goby. This is this guy over here. So thanks, Carl, for suggesting this guy. Look at how good of a job he has been doing in the tank. Everything is nice and clean. Look at the sand. The only place where there's a bit of algae is right around the anemone. I think he's probably just scared to come up to here because he is gonna get stung otherwise. So those are, I now have the new Melanurus rust, my old one that I've had for, I don't know, 8 years, 5 years. Unfortunately died, and I think maybe he just died of old age. Now, that's it. I did introduce a tilefish, beautiful tilefish, into the tank. He went into the rocks, and I've never seen it again. I think, actually, sorry, that was, we did find it in the overflow over there. But the second similar fish was a firefish, and the firefish, very similar looking, also went for the rocks, and that one I've never seen again. So I'm not sure what's happening there. My second mandarin is in there somewhere, so I've seen him a couple of days ago, so I think he's doing okay. But yeah, look at this. So you see the clown is just kind of being a loner. I'm not super happy about that. Not sure what I'm gonna do here. Now, what else? I have introduced a couple of crustaceans. So there is a couple of shrimp here. This is the blood shrimp in right over there. And you can see this is the goby, or the mandarin. You see right next to the diamond goby, there was a mandarin just a second ago. Oh, here is the firefish. Look at this guy. Oh, he came out and disappeared. Okay. So I guess there is a lot of value in observing your tank and not just working on it. Lately I have been working a lot on the tank. I've enjoyed the new software update for Apex, where now they show the upper and lower ranges on the dashboard. So that's pretty cool, because now I can really geek out and set the kind of the midpoint, and makes it easy for me to check on things. But my phosphates have been very high in this tank. I just measured it, and they were 0.48. So very high phosphates, nitrates of 15. And I just did a water change to try to bring it down, but I'm considering adding a refugium to start controlling my nutrients a little bit better, and also work on the pH. The coral are looking good, although again, this guy, the Duncan, has been closed, and the Nephthia has been, on and off here. Now I'm not sure if necessarily this could be water parameters, the flow, or maybe one of the fish is picking on it. So I don't know, and this is yet another something to be checking the aquarium with. But the SPS are looking really good, so everybody is doing great. See pretty decent colors. We've got polyp extension for some of the acros, so that looks pretty good. This is my dog playing with his toy. The only other thing is the anemone, one of them decided to somehow get all the way onto the rock right over here. So this is my Monty rock. So I've got every kind of Monty that I farm. There's the Mystic Monty, the Fruity Pebbles, and Rainbow, and Superman, and Sunset, and the Aquaman behind it. And now there is this anemone. And unfortunately, when these anemones do get stuck this way, it's almost impossible to get it out. I will try it one day, but lately I've just been focused on other things. So that is kind of a quick update as promised on the tank. The rest of the corals are doing all right. I really am happy with this second Royal Gramma because they seem to have kind of paired up. And speaking of Royal Gramma's age or just old fish, this one behind has been with me for easily 5 years, maybe more. So I'm very attached to it. Still, lots of things I want to do with the tank. I need to start focusing on the coral. I've got a few things here and there that I need to improve upon. I did introduce this beautiful kind of bounce mushroom. I don't know if it's a bounce necessarily, but thank you very much, Joe. I really appreciate it. Got it from Joe. Lots of other corals over here, so more mushrooms. And well, this is probably one of my favorite coral now. Right now I got it from another reefer. This is this red with yellow. I have this one that I haven't seen anybody else carry, the green with yellow, but now I have another one to complement, which is kind of cool. So anyways, this is what my tank looks like on June 1st, 2024. Pretty cool. Lots of it's not doing too bad considering that this is the summer. Now stay tuned. Hopefully next week I should be getting one more fish into this tank, which is going to be something special. Yes, very special. That is it. And make your bets on whether this guy is going to kind of come to his senses or he is a mistake that I've made. Thank you for watching and see you next week.